probably a controversial subject, but it's not. So I'm just going to say it. But I phoned a member of my family a couple of weeks ago, and they were like, have you heard the news? Have you heard that everything, basically, I can't remember, and I'm sorry, this sounds really ignorant, but I can't, because I don't watch the news, and I'm not on social media, so I don't know. Everything's going to shit. Everything, the whole world is at war with each other. Everyone, you're in the wrong place now. This is going to be really terrible. I can't believe you don't know about this. And as he was talking to me, my stomach was getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And for the next couple of hours, I said to you, and I said to Sonny, what's going on? Like, is there something we should know? And like, Sonny's obviously follows everything or whatever. And then next day, didn't phone anyone, didn't go on my phone, we haven't got a telly, so we can't watch any news. I haven't got, so I'd forgotten about it. And that was like 6 weeks ago. Now, if something bad has happened in the world in the last 6 weeks, then I'm really, really sorry for that. But because I don't know about it, and there's nothing I can do about it anyway, because what am I going to do? I've had the most wonderful 6 weeks of my life.
Hello.
Daddy, I love him!
Mother thanks you.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I don't know the words. I wanted to sing something Greek, and I don't know. That's what I said to you. Like, what's that song that Demi Roussos?
Yeah, it was just Forever and Ever. That was it.
Was he Greek?
Yes, he was.
Oh, well, there you
He's
go
the
then.
big Greek.
Hello, and welcome to It's a Drama Podcast. I know you like it when I sing to you. We're here from our apartment in Parakia.
Yep, well, balcony.
Yep, in Greece, in Paros, in Greece. What time is it, Bri? It's early.
Well, it's 20 to 9 now.
We've only just got up.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we've only just got up, and we're leaving tomorrow really early from the Greek island. And we weren't going to do a podcast, were we?
Yeah, no.
And we just said, you know what, we need to do a podcast for you, a roundup, and also we're going to record it, we're going to video it. I watched a video yesterday of my friend Jen from 1,000 Words, and it just inspired me to think, no, I'm gonna do a roundup of our last 2 months here in Greece for you. So
yeah, and that's it really, isn't it? Because 2 months away, you feel like, especially on an island, it feels like a complete and utter bubble, doesn't it?
It does.
Like you've literally away from everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
everything is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very weird.
So for those of you who haven't ever watched our channel before, we're Liz and Brian, husband and wife, and this is a podcast, obviously, so it's an audio podcast. If you're listening to this, we also are recording it and putting it out on YouTube. And we are away from our home in New Zealand with our 2 young adult kids. We've rented our house for a year, and we are here to heal. It's a healing journey to be together as a family. I lost both my parents last year within 6 months of each other, and we wanted to get away, and we are in a very, very privileged position. We work online, we can earn money while we are away, and so, and we are here on a year-long trip. Please just go back and listen to the other episodes and you'll know exactly what's going on. But that, in a nutshell, is why we're here on the Greek island, and we've been here for 2 months.
Yes.
And tomorrow we're leaving.
Yes, we get the ferry over to Athens. Yeah. So the catch-up, or you want to just say about what we've been doing on the island?
No, I don't want to say what we've been doing on the island, because we haven't been doing anything. We've just been...
Well, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. I wanted this to be a really... This is for our regular listeners. This is for you, our friends. This isn't about views or clicks or anything. It's for one, it's to say thank you. And for two, it's to just have a roundup of what has this 2 months meant to you here in Greece, for instance? What has it meant to you?
It's just to be good, a bit more complete, just for the fact that the family is with us. Like Tessa, our daughter, is 21, and our son, Sonny, is 24. So she turned 21 on the birthday, and the last time we were here, she'd turned 18, and he had turned 21. So it was just, we always said 3 years ago, we've got to come back. And it's just kind of coincided with this. And so that side of it, you feel very connected to the family because you know where each one is, because all we've got to talk to each other, talk about is to each other.
Yeah.
So my little fluffy's flying around here. I'm going to have to go and pick that up.
Pick it up then. That's your fluffy off your microphone.
Off the microphone, so I can see it going down the drain in the corner. So to me, it's given me time. More than anything, it's just given me time. And when you realise that time is the most important thing in the world, more than anything, that I think that's what it's gifted me. It's cost a lot of money, but it's gifted me.
Has it?
Yes, it has.
Why? When you say a lot of money, why is it cost
flights
us
to get over the other side of the world, and car hires and things like that. I'm just saying, it's slightly more expensive than staying at home. I would say it is, but not by much. I suppose.
Yeah.
But that's when you say, the most important thing is the time it's given me, just to reflect and see where you are and what it is that you do with your day.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you realise, you said it the other day, we sat down on the beach and we'd been doing work in the morning, answering the emails and sorting things out as you have to when you've got a business. And then you sit down on the beach and you go, that's it for the next 5.5 hours. You literally said that.
Feels so indulgent,
and you just think,
doesn't it?
what? You're going to sit on the beach for 5.5 hours? And it's like, because you don't come off the beach till 7 o'clock at night. So by the time you've done your work, you're finishing around about 2 o'clock. And then you feel guilty, don't you? The guilt comes out. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You do. But because it feels indulgent. And it's just like, no, this is what you need to do. Yeah. It's like, you work your whole life, don't you?
Yeah,
and
you do.
Then you realise it's not a retirement. I don't ever want to retire. And that's another thing. I don't want to hit 65 and go, which is only 3 years, and go, there you go, I'm retired. And then, it's like, I don't want to ever lose that spark of just wanting to keep going.
Can you hear the cicadas in the background? There's an olive grove to the left of us. Everyone in Greece, well, I say everyone, on this
where
island,
we're living.
a lot of people on this island, in their garden, they plant olive trees. And it's dusty and it's golden and it's blue and it's that beautiful olive green. And in the morning, like it is now, as the sun is just coming up, when the sun hits the olive trees, the cicadas just burst into song and fill your surroundings with this orchestra of cicada song.
Yeah.
And it's to me, it's almost like a meditation, like a reminder, like when you do meditation and you have to focus on your breath, or you have to focus on a bell, or you have to focus on something. And like we were just talking about a minute ago when we were having our coffee, when we looked up and we saw a church on the hill. And you were saying that you'd listened to a podcast that...
Yeah, it's just about... I'm not an over-religious person like that, but I understand the reason of religion and, God and things like that. And I think to see it, it symbolizes, it can just bring you back to the moment, and you look up, and it's just over here.
A little
white church with a blue dome on top, and it's just sitting there as high up on the hill as you could be, and you just think, that's a lot of faith to build something that high up on a hillside, mountainside.
And we were saying, and this again, it isn't about anything to do with religious beliefs, because we were saying it's anything that makes you stop and go, oh, it's beautiful. A church, a temple, a mosque, whatever it is, cicadas, an olive grove. Oh, it brings me back to the moment. It's beautiful. It fills you with so much calmness and love and gratitude, and it's done its job. And that's what we were saying. We were saying when these people built these churches, they built them from love. And here's us, hundreds of years later, don't know anything about the Greek religion. We're not, hands up, don't know anything about it, not religious. And yet, when I look at these churches, it fills me with love. And I think whoever built that would be very, very happy to know that.
Yeah, and that's it. It's everybody's got a different view on whatever God is, and whatever your God is your God, and whatever someone else's God is their God.
As long as that God makes you happy,
it's
that's
the same
all
God
that
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's the one God.
Yeah, that's all that matters. So yeah, it was. That's why we wanted to just chat with you and say, because we've put out an awful lot of content. I was going to say, I shouldn't have emphasised that word awful, but we've put out some fantastic content. I'll change my language.
Yeah.
Some podcasts, audio podcasts, where we're just walking along. We take you with us to the cafe, talking about this journey of grief and healing and discovering things about yourself. And it's been the last 2 months has been a real journey, is what it's been, isn't it? It's been a journey.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, and to see it, you can see it in the four of us.
Yeah.
It really is. And what's it meant to you, being away for 2 months? You've been 3 months, but 2 months on the Greek islands, where this is when I feel the new adventure began, because we had the adventure going to Norway and you went to Paris and then coming to the Greek island. And then, how's it made you feel?
It's made me feel filled with gratitude. Really has filled with gratitude. And I don't say that in like, oh yeah, I'm so gratified. Yeah, I'm filled with it. I don't mean that. Yeah, I know, but that word gets used a lot in, and I think, oh, here we go, be grateful for this bit. And it's like, but it's made me be so grateful to be with my family and to be with myself.
Yeah.
And also to have the courage and the time to share exactly what I've been feeling, the whole grief thing of how it's felt from day to day. And it's felt very different from day to day. And being allowing myself and having, like you said, the time and the space and the security, the safety, because we're just here together. Me and my family, that's all I care about. It's like Brian, Sonny and Tess, that's all I care about. This is my family. And knowing that they're here with us and knowing that we're here and we're here for 2 months and we've got each other and we're going to be together every single night and we're going to talk and we're going to have coffee and I'm safe. I feel safe. And having that gift of being able to go, whether it's been through this, talking on a podcast, like the audio podcast that we've done out and about have been like a therapy session that I would have paid £1 million for.
Yeah, it's almost like being life-changing sometimes just to talk. Because it is different when you talk, isn't it?
And also being able to write and really write how I've been feeling. And I've started a book about the feelings of grief and whether I publish that, I don't know. Whether I release that to the world, I don't know. But writing it and having the time, going down to the beach and just saying to you, right, I'm just going to go into the bar and I'm going to write without any other tugs on your attention. And like you say, we've been working. You know that. We've told you that. We run a community for people moving to New Zealand. Yesterday we did an interview with an immigration advisor from New Zealand. We got up really early and we did it all. Brian edited it all. We are working, but it doesn't feel... The balance is far more in the other way. The work is like a tiny part.
Yeah.
And the reflection and the thoughts and the expression is the other way. And that is what it's been like. And I don't want to go. I don't want to go because I don't want to break the spell.
No, even Tess said this morning, and Tess is ready to get to the next bit because she doesn't have an online job where Sonny has, we have. And she's just like, I just need to go now back to wherever it is and start some work and do some work. I don't understand that, but she just said this morning, it's almost like you realise, not when it's too late, but at the end of something, don't you, that... She just said, I woke up this morning with dread that this is the last day. We're leaving.
Say that thing you said about Sadhguru, because although I didn't like it when you said it, it really hit me hard. So just share that thing that you said.
Well, this comes back to time. And I've said this a few times, life, people look at it as a race. that you need to go as quick as you can through it and get to there. And when you get to the finish line, it's too late. And don't realize at the finish line when it's too late. And Sadhguru turns around and says, don't let the maggots find out what you should have found out a long time ago. You know, because it's too late. You find out now. And that's what that reflection and that, when you say gratitude, grateful for the air that I can breathe. Everything. It's not woo-woo or woo.
No.
It's just breathe. The church brings you back to your breath. Whether it's Greek Orthodox Church or whether it's like you say, a synagogue or whether it's a mosque or whatever, you look at it, you look at the wonder of it, and you go, and next minute you're breathing again. You know, it brings you back to that moment, doesn't it? And it's just that. And the cicadas. You've been talking about the cicadas. You know, when we were first here 2 months ago, there were no cicadas because it wasn't quite. It was hot, but it's just not that time of year for them. And all you could hear in the mornings was the wood pigeons. You know, pigeons up on these power lines that are behind us, and they're sitting there. You can hear them there in the background, can't you?
Oh,
you
the
know,
pigeons,
and that's all you heard. And you had there's a little farm over the way here. You hear the cockerels, and it's just those things that we open the shutters, turn the AC off, and just hear it. Let the sounds come in the morning. Just while you're just laying there for 10 minutes in bed, listen to it, and it's just you can do that in New Zealand. Yes, you can, but you don't for some reason.
I know.
Do you?
Because you're so caught up in the routine and busyness. And again, we've talked about this before, we won't go into it again, but just going back to that, the thing about the pigeons, as you were talking about the pigeons, and I can hear the pigeons.
Yeah.
The wood pigeon, the Northern Hemisphere wood pigeon, has got a very different call to that of the New Zealand pigeon, wood pigeon.
Yeah.
And throughout this trip, and this is a very personal thing to share, but the wood pigeon to me always reminds me of my mum, because when she first met my dad, when she was pregnant with me, they rescued this wood pigeon. They called it Walter, and they kept it in a box, and she'd always loved wood pigeons. And since being here, I've waited to hear every morning, and I've heard it from Paris to here, for the call of the wood pigeon, and it just soothes me. And I was thinking when you were talking then, I thought, isn't it funny how, and this all goes back to perspective and perception, like you've talked about a lot before, but how a wood pigeon to some people can be a pest. And you're like, oh, you know, flying rats. I know we've talked about that before, like in podcasts in Italy and stuff like that, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that it depends what it means to you, maybe I'm saying, or it depends how you look at something. Yeah. And like you know, to some people that would be an annoyance, and to people like me, it's as a sign, a message, a soothing, like we were talking about with the church and the, you know, just like the whole, it soothes you. And I love little things like that. You just don't have, you didn't have the time to.
It's, you know what, this is why it's so hard to put it into words, isn't it? It really is. Because you're just trying to get that one thing that goes, there it is, that's it. And that's so hard to find the word for it, other than gratitude. That's what it is, isn't it? You know, because you know not everyone can do what we've done, but you know you can try with just little things, just for 2 minutes in the morning, open it up. And if you live on a busy road, it's just wherever you are, wherever you've made your home, you know. And that's what I think we've found on this trip, is that, you know, it's like the old song, isn't it? Wherever I lay my hat, that's my home. Yeah. And it's so true, because, you know, the apartment's not super fancy by any stretch of the imagination. No. It's not overly comfortable. And the bed's really comfy. Yeah, but it's just, you know what I mean? It's you just come together outside. And I think that's the alfresco living in the Mediterranean, or the Aegean, where it's just that whole Mediterranean area, is you can do it at this time of year, can't you? Because we always ask to the people, what's it like in the winter? They go, oh, it's windy and cold. Yeah.
I also just want to say as well, the Greek people have just been, that's the other thing, is like this just, it's been like, everything has just been great, everything has been perfect, because Tess said it in that restaurant last night. She said, what is it about Greek people? They're never going to see us again. They're in a tourist island, and yet they go out of their way to make, or certainly in the places that we eat at and the people that we've come across, just to make you feel so loved and welcome. And they're so calm. They're so, calm is the wrong word for a Greek person. They're not calm. They can be quite, Ella Malaka, they can be, maybe calm, but understanding, deep, a very deep emotion. Just real, just like that lady downstairs,
Yes.
She lives downstairs, the mum of the place that we're staying. You look at someone in the eye and you have that connection and you don't need to say anything. You just go, yeah, I know how you, I know you, I just know you. And that's how I feel about a lot of the Greek people. They're very touchy, they're very eye contacty, they're very, no, this isn't the way, they'll say, oh, there she goes, she's walking down to the church as we're talking. She's walking down in her little black dress.
Churches
and her
all
shoes.
over the place here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to the Greek people for being who you are and allowing us to be on your island and making us feel so welcome and loved and at home. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. No, it's true. It's Google reviews, though, Liz. That's why.
What, darling?
Google reviews. They want a good review.
Yeah, well, they deserve a good review. Do you know what? I feel a bit sorry for the Greek people. I was saying this to Sonny the other day. If you go to, and I think this is because, like me and Brian personally, we've been coming here since I was 17 years old. On this island, we've told you that before. We worked here in a taverna. I've worked in cocktail bars here. Growing up, I did my summers here. And if you go to France or Sweden or Italy or Germany or Norway or any other European country, and you get charged £5 or €5 for a cup of coffee, you don't bat an eyelid. But you come to Greece, poor old Greece, and if it's slightly expensive, you're like, oh, that's expensive. The prices have gone up. It's so expensive here. And you always say this. You always say, never used to be this expensive. Well, obviously, no, it didn't, because you used to come here 40 years ago. So, so I feel like if anyone can charge high prices, Greece can. Because look at it. We're looking out.
I know. Let's say you're in Saint-Tropez or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to pay probably, €10 for a coffee, but you're in Greece. But then it's only €2.50 for a coffee.
I know.
It's crazy, isn't it? And you think where you are.
The world is a beautiful place. It's full of beautiful people, very friendly, warm, wonderful people. It really is, and we've been wrapped in that in the last 2 months.
Yeah, until you travel, because when we did a world trip in 2017, 2018, and that was one moment I had in Vietnam in a coffee shop, and something just all of a sudden it comes to you, and you think Vietnam, this is a communist country, and it's and I just looked at all the faces in the cafe. You just staring around, you think, and everyone was smiling at each other. You just think, and that's exactly true. The world is full of wonderful people. If you listen to what's going on in the news and everything, you'd be like, oh, it's all, we're doomed. We're effed.
Job we don't then.
Yeah, AI's taking over the world, and, everyone's just going to blow each other to pieces. And yes, it's been like that forever and a day. But when it's the people that make the world, I just hope it's not taken away from us, but it won't be,
Well, don't end it with something depressing.
No,
like that.
I'm just saying there's so many people will go, oh, no.
No, they
but
won't.
It's
No,
just,
they won't.
you need to travel and go and see where people live and see how they live and live with the locals, couch surf with them, stay on their couch,
Well, I wouldn't do that again.
No, but the thing is like
that.
cooking on a fire in the middle of a kitchen with a hole in the roof.
I know.
And you're like, what? That's how we have done that. And, it does happen, but those people were happy, and you tend to think, oh, they're living in poverty, and it's like, yeah, but that's it, that's all they know.
You know what, again, probably no, it's not actually. I was going to say probably a controversial subject, but it's not. So I'm just going to say it. But I phoned a member of my family a couple of weeks ago, and they were like, "Have you heard the news? Have you heard that everything?" Basically, I can't remember, and I'm sorry, this sounds really ignorant, but I can't because I don't watch the news and I'm not on social media, so I don't know. Everything's going to shit. The whole world is at war with each other. Everyone, you're in the wrong place now. This is going to be really terrible. I can't believe you don't know about this. And as he was talking to me, my stomach was getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And for the next couple of hours, I said to you and I said to Sonny, what's going on? Is there something we should know? And Sonny's obviously follows everything or whatever. And then next day, didn't phone anyone, didn't go on my phone, we haven't got a telly, so we can't watch any news. I haven't got, so I'd forgotten about it. And that was 6 weeks ago. Now, if something bad has happened in the world in the last 6 weeks, then I'm really, really sorry for that. But because I don't know about it, and there's nothing I can do about it anyway, because what am I going to do? I've had the most wonderful 6 weeks of my life.
Yeah.
And if I'd have got myself all caught up into that and been like, oh, get off this island. I don't know where it is that they're talking about. Obviously, I know about the main countries, but Bri, it was.
Do you know what? You don't have to make excuses for what you choose to tune into.
No,
you really
I know.
don't. If there's something bad's going on, you'll hear about it pretty quickly, and you go and find out what it is they're talking about with where you want to find it out, and not the one
But
channel
why?
that you listen to.
What am I going to do?
Exactly. Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Because people go, "Oh, well, aren't you empathetic about those people
Of
there?"
course.
Or this. Well, of course you are.
Of course.
Yeah.
But do you know what I think?
Yeah.
And this is the honest to God truth, what I think. The most important people to me is my family, and then I work outwards from there. I've got as long as my family, and we're happy and we're safe and we're okay, and then you work out, oh, the neighbour downstairs, oh, the woman in the cafe, oh, I like her, I'm spreading love and kindness. Doing this, we're spreading love and kindness and sharing how we feel. And it's good stuff. It's not like, oh, guess what, we're not here to make you feel bad. We're here to make you feel our love. Mm-hmm. We're sharing it with you. And that's the way I look at it. I've always looked at it like that, like a ripple effect. And if some miraculous day I can change the world and change leaders' minds and tell them not to be horrible or bomb or do whatever they're doing, then that would be fantastic. But you can only do you can only do this.
If everybody was a politician, then there would be no one sweeping the streets.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. You hope whoever it is going to
I like that.
Be a human and compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that Mother Teresa quote. If everyone cleaned their own step, the world would be it's not the right one, but if clean your own step and the world will be a clean place or something like that.
Start with your own step and then move on from there.
It's like if everyone cleaned their own step, then the world would be, and that a cleaner place. So I'm sure you will tell me what that quote is, but that's how I view life, is start inwards and work out, not go out, see something really scary, bring it all back to your family, rile them all up, rile yourself up, give yourself a heart attack and a flipping stress headache. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. Yeah.
I said today, every government in the world should pay for everybody to go away for an amount of time.
Yeah.
And that way, everyone, it's a hard one. It really is. But
what's hard? What do you mean?
Well, because everyone comes back with an excuse why they can't. Not everyone's as lucky as you, mate. Not everyone can do that. It's like, yeah, I've crawled on my hands and knees plenty of times, but it's those things. It's that you feel that people need to be told, yes, you need to do this or you need to do that or whatever it is. I don't know what I'm coming around to, other than you need to just step back, and review everything from somewhere else.
You know what? I think you're absolutely right, and I get the whole, and not everyone can afford to go and live on a Greek island, but going back to what I just said a minute ago, everyone can afford to just take some time, the gift of time for themselves without any outside, okay, I'm just going to spend 10 minutes this morning and I'm going to, instead of looking at my phone or my whatever it is we do.
Us?
Yeah, instead of watching us. Yeah, but take some time for yourself, because that's the thing, that this whole coming round to this 2 months thing, again, we know how lucky we are. I do. I know every day I think, I cannot believe I get to do this. I cannot believe I've got the job I've got. I cannot believe I've got it all, the family that, people say to us, you're so lucky because your kids still want to be with you. I know I am. I know I'm lucky. Yep. I don't know why they do, but they do, and I love them for it, and I love what we've done. But yeah, that gift of just time, just be with yourself for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, have a coffee, just take some time for you, and
turn the telly off.
That gift,
that type of thing, isn't it? Yeah,
that gift is for you, and that one is free. And that's what we weren't doing. That's what, I know in New Zealand we were pretty good at it. We would go for walks, but like we've told you before, especially since my mum died, me personally, I gave myself like a couple of months where I would come on and talk about it on a podcast. And then I told myself, no one else told me this, I told myself, it's time to get on this, time to be upbeat, time to be grateful for what you've got, mama, telling myself all these things that didn't help. And so to be able to come away and have that time and almost like unravel and then start putting threads back over each other gently it's been divine. Yep. It's been absolutely divine.
You've got to get yourself strong again. And that's what that healing journey is. It's to be strong again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really is. In all aspects of your life, Yeah.
Do you feel strong?
Yeah, you do. You feel, yes. I love the uncertainty of what's going to happen. Some people need to know what they're going to be doing for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We don't know what we're doing in 4 weeks. We know what we're doing next week because we've booked a few places, or we're staying with family, or whatever it is, when we go back to the UK. And after that, we've got a house sit for 3 weeks. And then after that, we don't know. We haven't got a clue where we're going to be. And so the uncertainty, it makes you, yes, it does make you a little bit anxious, but isn't that life? We've all got anxiety. We all have a little bit of anxiety or whatever it is. You wouldn't be normal if you didn't. And so that's that path of adventure that you go on. And when you travel, it's not like going on holiday. On holiday is different, because you normally go into a hotel, or you're going to be staying somewhere, or you're going to be traveling around, or you do a road trip, or whatever it is. But just actually thinking, no, we don't know where we're going to be living. And in 6 months, I haven't got a clue. I know in a year we're going to be back in New Zealand, but see where we go from there.
And I think that's why I'm feeling a little bit wobbly, because like now, we've only been here 4 weeks, but this feels like home. It's like, oh, okay, this is my house. I live here now. This is my deck, and this is my view, and I live in Greece, and I feel stable and strong, and and that's what it is, isn't it? It's like you're putting yourself, okay, right, one more time, you're gonna, or another time you're gonna go out, and you don't, like you say, you don't know. It's that uncertainty, and some would say that's living, and I agree with that. It's bloody uncomfortable, especially when you feel not your best. You feel, wobbly, and you need everyone around you. Don't leave me. It feels like that, but I think it also makes you feel alive.
Yeah. And that's it. You feel alive, and the old saying of variety is the spice of life. There you go.
Yeah.
It is. It just keep changing, keep doing different things.
So we're going to leave you now because we have sold our chairs. Can you believe this? We bought 4 brilliant beach chairs. We've talked about those before on another podcast. We bought them from Athens. Best €50 I've ever spent in my entire life. It's one of these reclining, lazy boy things that you put on the beach. It's got a head cushion, your feet go up. And when we go down to the beach, we get them out the back of the car, and it feels like, oh my God, look at us.
We're the only ones on the island.
Excuse me, we're
with
millionaires.
Because the ones you buy, like you say, the ones you buy here aren't quite the same.
No. Yeah. And every without a doubt, for the last 60
Well, look,
days.
they're over here.
Yeah, they're over there. Look, I'll show you here. They're just, they're brilliant. And every day, without a doubt, every time we come out of the sea, we sit down on those, I recline it back and I say, best 50 euros I've ever spent. And I was actually feeling a sense of loss because we asked the lady, the Airbnb lady, we said, do you want them? We're leaving, we can't take them. She's like, no.
Haven't got room for them.
We haven't. And she's, she doesn't want to be humping chairs around and moving them across the deck. So we said, what are we going to do? We don't know anyone here. So, and then we had this idea, we'll put them on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. So Tess listed them and they went without we said the whole lot for €100. So half price.
It cost us €200, but we're now getting, not only that, someone's now going to get the benefit on this island.
I know, and that's what we said last night. When we get out to sea last night, when we came off the beach for the last day, we looked over at the chairs and they were all lined up on the sand. Yeah. And, there's Tessa's with her Kindle and her sunglasses, and there's Sonny's with his, he's also reading his Kindle. The towels are on there and everything. And it's like, and then we said, well, at least they're going to go to a good home. They're going to go, I can't believe I'm saying this about 4 beaches.
Going to a good home.
I feel like Wilson.
Well looked after, aren't they?
I feel like we were talking
Wilson,
about this. Tom
Castaway.
Yeah, Castaway, where he goes on that island and he makes best friends with a ball. Well, that's me with my beach chairs.
Yeah. Tom didn't have any tellies on the island, did he?
No. So that's what we're doing now. Today we said we'd deliver them. We said, because we've got a car. We said, we'll bring them over to the other side of the island for you. So we're going to go over there. I'm going to throw in the umbrellas as well. Those parasols that we bought. We'll give them those as well. And then we're going to have some time together. We're going to go and Tessa's having her nails done, and so am I, which I'm really excited about. You're having a haircut.
I've got to get a haircut because it's getting really long, bushy.
It isn't. It looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come home, have some lunch, and then come home and pack.
Yep.
Pack our things back into our case, and then go out for dinner. And then when we're going to get up in the morning we're going to obviously tidy up this place and clean and stuff. And then when we get up in the morning, get the ferry over to Athens and fly back to England tomorrow night. So, that's us.
Yeah.
So, really, really, really wanted to say thank you so much for giving us this platform, this space, your ears, your eyes, your attention, your love alongside us in the last 3 months. It's been fantastic. It's been honouring to
very
be able
supportive.
to do it. Yeah, very supportive.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. And I was looking at the temperature because it's just gone 9 o'clock and it's 28 degrees.
Bless.
And it will get to about 34 today. Yesterday was 38. It was very hot.
Okay. Next time you see us, we'll be in England. Thank you so much for listening and being with us. My heart beats with yours, and I will speak to you soon.
Yep. So kia kaha, stay strong, kia u, stay true to yourself. It's all about love at the end of the day.
It is.
See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
It is what it is. And what I'm trying to say is, but coming back to this place, Paros, they go. And so instead of going somewhere else in Europe, what do?
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying?
I don't know. You're not really listening.
I'm
are you?
not,
No.
because I'm thinking
I
about...
think of cigarettes after sex. Yeah.
I don't know. What did they do?
What?
What's the answer? What's the answer?
Earlier on in the show, you said, I'm going to tell you about that later.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
What am I telling them?
I don't know. Listener, what are we telling you?
Oh, I'm not having Uzo again when we do a podcast.
How about where we're staying?
Oh, yeah. Where
There
we're
we go.
staying. What's that got to
thought-
do with cigarettes after sex?